All right, so I convinced my wife to show up on camera. She doesn't want to be here, but she does. She's doing it because she loves me.
Don't say that. Let's start over.
This is gonna take forever.
I know.
Oh my gosh, well, I got work to do. All right, start with a smile so you can edit it out. Cleaning. Why are you laughing?
Sorry, go ahead.
Did you take drugs? All right, this is take number 200.
Shut up.
So I'm just so grateful that Karen's here with me. It's not her favorite thing to be on camera. But I begged her to do this because it's very important to me to share why we are so grateful. Thanksgiving's only a couple days away, and we wanted to share our gratitude to just everything that's happened over the last couple years, and we wanted to share some personal experiences and hopefully inspire you guys to take action, inspire you guys to go for your dreams. And I always said that I want to be able to give permission to people to go for their dreams. So I think so many times the world tells us, to play it safe, don't make mistakes. And really what we need someone to say, go make mistakes, go get your hands dirty, go learn. And, Karen has always been such a huge support to me in any adventure, any business venture, anything that I've tried to pursue. She's always supported me, and she's never doubted my ability to do it, even though I've doubted myself. And her belief in me has pushed me to not want to fail her. So I kind of wanted to kind of jump into that. So I was a window cleaner. I started a window cleaning business when I was 17 years old, and I ran it to just about 3 years ago and walked away from it. By the time I was towards the end of that situation of washing windows and have a window cleaning business, I was very burnt out. I was sick of it. I wanted nothing to do with the industry, the business, and but I wanted to provide a better living more than anything for my family. I wanted to provide a financial freedom, and when we first got married, we were
hard times.
We were so broke, and we were broke for years and years, and we understand what it's like to have that pain of having to say no to just about everything. Do you want to tell them the story of the DVD player, or should I tell them?
You should tell him, yeah.
I'm gonna have to poke her and force her to talk.
And I'll correct him if I need to.
Yeah, so. Thank you. I need it. I exaggerate sometimes. So, I'm a fisherman as well, so I have to exaggerate a little bit. I just can't help myself.
It's in his blood.
So, when we first got married, Karen will kind of talk about why it was this way, but we were so broke that I came home from work one day and I was so upset because she had bought a DVD player. Guys, this wasn't the top of the line.
It wasn't a Blu-ray.
It was not an amazing.
It was a $30.
No, it was like $20 or $30.
Yeah.
Right, max. It was a simple little square box about the size of the DVD. Mm-hmm. And Karen had bought this to watch movies, and understandably so. She'll talk about why she would want a DVD player. And she had a very rough first year of our marriage just because of the situation that we were in. But we were so broke that I remember we fought about that DVD player. And it's sad because now, that's not even $20-$30 is not a question or a concern anymore. And you look back to those moments, those painful moments, and you just can't help but be just so full of gratitude. So I wanted to share kind of my last few years and what I'm grateful for, and then I'll let Karen jump into those first few years of marriage and why we fought so bad about a $20 DVD player. So I was a window cleaner. I was so sick of it, and I decided to get into real estate. So this was probably 5-6 years ago. I paid about $10,000 for a course, put most of it on a credit card because I didn't have the money. Spent money in marketing that we didn't have, most of it on a credit card, and never did a deal. Never got a lead. It was so frustrating, so painful. I had this bad taste in my mouth that these gurus or these mentors were just out to make money and really didn't care or even do what they taught. And so I kind of stepped back from it, and obviously I had to pay off those debts that I had acquired to buy that course. And I remember I actually made some custom furniture at night, and just some stuff that you see on Pinterest, right? And just listing them and selling them. And I did whatever it took to provide for us. But it sucked. I worked a ton. I worked a lot of hours, and did a lot of manual labor. And my right shoulder's messed up from it, and it was really painful because it wasn't necessarily that I was materialistic or I wanted a fancy sports car. It wasn't those things. It was more this inner need not to be a failure, right? I didn't want to fail my wife. I didn't want to fail my children. I didn't want to fail myself. I had set like these high expectations for myself, and I felt like I was falling short of my full potential. And so when I got into real estate, it was about 3 years ago, and I don't want to get too much into the details, but anyways, I had an event that made me believe and realize that it was possible to consistently find properties at a deep discount. I basically walked into a deal, and on accident, it was one of my window cleaning clients, and so I was like, all right, there's something to this. I want to keep trying. I want to keep trying to find properties at a discount. And so I hired another coach. Only a few months after that, I did a deal. I made $10,000 on the deal. And in that first 8 months of business, the first fiscal year, we did about $105,000 in income. The second year, we did about $450,000 in income. We made a lot of money profit that year, more than I had ever made in my entire life. For the first time in our lives, we had tens of thousands of dollars in savings, and it was just weird. It was so weird to go from maybe $1,000, maybe $2,000 in savings to, what do you want? I don't know. Like anything. It was just so. Sorry, it froze on us, so we had to restart it. So after that full second year, right, we did $450,000 income. Our lives changed so much, and towards the end of that year, I had set goals for this year, 2019, a couple days before Thanksgiving, and I had this desire to over double my business. I wanted to do $1 million in income. I had never done that. My biggest year, window cleaning, I had done about $500,000 in sales, but obviously the profit margins aren't even close to what they are here, so I was barely making anything. But I wanted to do $1 million in income, and I was like, well, how do I do that? How do I double my business? And I felt like I had started driving for dollars. I had thought I had tapped out that marketing channel. I didn't think I'd get it any bigger, and so I did a self-help journal called Living Your Best Year Ever, and it talked about if I wanted to receive something, I had to give it away. So I knew I had to give away $1 million to students or $1 million to somebody to get that in return. I didn't have $1 million cash just to give away or donate in some way. And so I thought, well, how can I give someone $1 million if I don't have it? And I decided to be a coach, and I decided to teach my marketing channel. And help other people use the same system that I was using. And the coolest thing ever happened is I started to teach this marketing channel. I started getting questions from my students. I started getting some critiques to my course. And I found so many mistakes and flaws in my own system. And I was able to modify and pretty much perfect my marketing channel to what it is today and what I teach my students today. And so it's the end of November. This year we've done over $1 million already in income. We're going to exceed that goal, which is just mind-blowing to me. The profit margins are incredible. I have more money than I ever imagined that I would have, in this amount of time. And but more than anything, I found a purpose. I found a mission. I feel like I accomplished such amazing things because not only have I been able to provide for my family and provide for myself and get to do a lot of fun things that I always dreamed of, but I also get to help other people, right? I'm helping these other students. Sorry, I don't want to get emotional, but I get to help these other people have some of the same blessings that I've been able to have, where I don't feel like a failure as a husband, as a father, and I get to provide a lifestyle that I'm proud to give to my family. And I get to help these other students feel that and overcome those pains of struggling financially. So it's so fulfilling. So not only have I accomplished some financial goals that I had made, but but I'm just so grateful for my students and the joy that they give me. You know, Karen works for the coaching business now and helps with our social media, and she gets to see. She sees how much time and effort and how many late nights and sleepless nights that I spend just focusing, like, how can I help my students? How can I give back more to my students? Like, how do I get more people to sign up so I can make a bigger impact? Like, you know, all the money that we spend on coaching, and we're going to an event in just a couple weeks. Like, our lives have truly become like, how do we help our students? And I mean, I still have my investment business, and I have a team of guys that run it for me. I spend maybe a couple hours a week on that business. It's now just running itself, which is so wonderful. But you know, this Thanksgiving, I just want everybody to know how grateful I am to have gone through the struggles that I went through. So grateful for real estate investing, for wholesaling, for the mentors, and for what we have now. And most importantly, I'm so grateful for my students that have believed in me and have taken action and purchased my course, and that I get to help. You know, my favorite day of the week is our group coaching call, where I get to talk to them and talk about their struggles, their frustrations, and help them through their business problems. So that's what I'm grateful for this year. But I wanted to let Karen share some of her struggles in the beginning and what she's grateful for, and just a few of those things.
Okay, so we got married when I was about 18, 19 years old, and I remember coming here to the United States. I'm from Brazil, for those who don't know that. It was a very hard time because my family still lives in Brazil to this day. I never had family of my own here. Thank goodness I had my in-laws, but I didn't have any friends. I was very lonely. It was a very sad time, really. And I remember at that time Zach was working a lot of hours on his window cleaning business, plus he was going to college. And so it felt like we never saw each other.
And I was doing
ever.
trade. And
he was doing trade for our attorney. That was our immigration attorney.
I remodeled his whole house.
Yeah.
I was doing sheetrock and baseboard and casing, and it was terrible.
Right. And so him being gone all the time, I was we had like a basement apartment, and I remember being winter, and winter is terrible for me because I'm from a tropical country. I don't like, snow. It makes me kind of desperate.
The Utah cold.
Yeah, it's very cold. And so it was very lonely. I was just at home by myself. He was gone all the time, and sometimes I would need to go to the store. Sometimes I would need to go to the doctor's, and I had to take the bus because there was no way he could take me. He was just too busy. I would ride the bus, and just, it was very uncomfortable for me because I was a foreigner, and I didn't really speak the language very well. Some situations in the bus, some people kind of made me feel uncomfortable. And so I would daydream of the day I could have my own car. And it's crazy to think back then because it feels like a lifetime ago. Just 2 years into wholesaling real estate, Zach was able to, how do I say this? You were able to buy our family car?
Yeah, I was able to buy a truck for me.
Well, yeah.
I bought
you were able to buy the
beautiful truck for me.
The truck.
And then we were able to buy Karen's dream car, right?
Yeah, we were able to buy my dream car, which was an SUV. I have always known I wanted an SUV, and it's a Ford Explorer. Pretty nice, and it's crazy what it can provide.
It's not just about the materialistic ideas, right? Obviously money's great because you can buy things, but more than anything, when we're going through those struggles, for Karen, when she felt so alone, right? She felt so lonely, like she shared. She had notes here that she was sharing because she's shy on camera.
I'm just shy.
Yeah, but she, like she said, she had to ride that bus, and I remember like it crushed me inside when she talked about the bus and like the awkward situations, and like someone got on there that was super drunk or super high, and like how she felt unsafe. And, you know, not only was it her dream to have that freedom and that, you know, her own car, you know, she wanted to have the car. And so
Who doesn't, right?
yeah, who
Like,
doesn't want to have
everybody
a
does it.
nice vehicle or nice things? But when you're able to go from those struggles where you feel like you're never going to have success, you're never going to overcome those struggles, to the day that being able to go buy a car is not a hard thing to do financially, you know, it's emotional because you overcame those struggles, right? Like, it's not about materialism. We're not materialistic
No.
people. Um, we do like nice things, but it's what's most important is, you know, we've had our struggles and we've overcome our struggles, and we wanted to share that with you guys because we want to help inspire you that you don't have to have all the knowledge in the world. You don't have to come from money. You know, I have a very much a manual labor background. I actually dropped out of college because I couldn't do it at all. You don't have to have high education to learn and do what we do. We just wanted to share with you guys that, like, life is never easy and life will never be comfortable, and none of the stars will ever align for you guys to take the jump and to jump into real estate investing, into wholesaling. But if it's a dream and something that you want to accomplish, you can do it. And I hope that a year from now, when you're looking back towards your Thanksgiving, that you can look back and go, wow, my life changed so much in the last 12 months or the last 24 months. You know, the amount that our life has changed in just a few years. You know, one of the other things that we are both so very grateful for
And
is...
it's not just material things, right? It's what all the freedom that it can really give you. Like being a mom of two little kids. Honestly, I was going crazy. I love my children, but I felt like I was in need of something more than just being home with them. Don't get me wrong. I don't think being home with your kids, like, if you know, you're a stay-at-home mom and you feel great, that's awesome. But like, for me, I feel like I needed something else to focus on. It just felt like Groundhog Day, you know, like day after day, changing diapers, cooking, and cleaning the house, and I was just going crazy. We took the jump and we hired someone. It didn't happen fast for me because I wanted to make sure that I trusted her, so we built trust over time. But
Which
it
is
was
crazy.
so
She was
nice
a
because,
client. We actually bought her
yeah,
house.
that's how
So,
we found her.
yeah.
It was a pretty neat situation. But the cool thing was that when I had my second baby, Zach was working a lot of hours, and so he was like, okay, I'm going to hire someone to help you with the house. And that felt like a dream. I was like, what? Like, someone's going to help me clean? I'm not going to have to, you know, do the heavy cleaning. And so I was able to enjoy my baby, my newborn, and I was able to enjoy my toddler. Like, I dedicated a lot of my time to them. But then it came the time that I wanted to do something for myself. And so we decided to hire that one girl to work for us pretty much full time. I still stay home with the kids one day a week, and I get home at a decent time that I feel like I'm doing both things. You know, I can come and I can work, and I can go home and still be with the kids.
We both have the freedom. We've been able to build the life that we want. We both get to go to the gym every day.
Yeah.
We don't have to go home and do the daily tasks.
Yeah, when I get home, it's all done. House is clean.
House is clean.
I just have to cook.
Yeah, well, we actually enjoy the cooking, right? We cook together.
Do you?
Butthead. But the thing is it's not like these tasks are beneath us, but we get to choose the tasks that we want. So instead of coming home from work and being, overwhelmed with all the things like mowing the lawn, right, and shoveling the snow and all of those tasks, right,
Yeah.
cleaning, wiping down the floors, wiping down the cabinets, all those tasks that come with running a house that you don't love to do, we don't have to do those anymore. We get to spend our time on the things that bring us the most fulfillment in life. So Karen gets to come to work and work with me, which is so fun. I get to be with her, and I love being around her. And so, she helps us with the social media. And I didn't have Instagram. Now I have Instagram, which is sweet. She's always like, "You need to check your Instagram." I was like, ah. So she's running my social media and helping me give back to people and helping me inspire other people to take action, in sharing and helping people learn about our course and what we can do to help people. And when we both get home from work, Karen goes home earlier because she wants to make sure she has plenty of time.
I pick up Hudson at school.
Yeah, she gets to pick up our boy from school, so he's there, or she's there when he gets out, and she takes him home. She gets a workout in, and then she gets to be with her kids the whole evening, and she's not stressed out about the tasks that she has to take care of the house and take care of the kids. So now she gets to just be a mom while she's home and not a housekeeper, which those tasks she doesn't enjoy, which is fine. And some people love that, and if that's what you aspire to do every day and you want to do that every day, that's fine. But what I'm trying to say is what's wonderful is real estate can provide a lifestyle that fits your personality, that fits what you want to do. Some people don't want to have a job. Some people don't want to work, and they want to be able to just read, or they want to go spend time in the mountains. Whatever those things are, real estate truly can give you that time. For me, one of the ways I feel accomplished is I bless and help other people's lives. So I make plenty of money with my investment business. I could be here. I could take a few phone calls a week and travel the world if I wanted to, but I don't feel fulfilled. We will travel. We've got a ton of trips planned.
I'm trying to talk him into it. He's not.
No, I want to work. I want to provide value. Like I will never retire, right? But that's how I feel fulfilled. And so the cool thing is regardless of what it is that you guys aspire to do, real estate can provide a lifestyle that fits you and your personality, and you can be the light that this world needs, right? That you can inspire other people, you can bless people for who you are, and not just be stuck in the mud with the tasks and the responsibilities that are weighing you down.
And I think it's pretty cool because it's also the experience, right? My family is in Brazil, my mom and dad and my brother. And in the last 18 months, I was able to go 3 times. And before, when we first got married, I had to wait 2 years to be able to go back and visit my family. And we would see each other every other year. Mm-hmm. And that was really hard on me because I love my family and I want to be with them. And the time I do have with them is very limited. And it was just amazing to be able to take my kids with me and know that it was okay. We could afford it just fine, and it's just amazing. It really is.
Yeah. Well, I think that pretty much wraps it up. I just want to wish you all a happy Thanksgiving. I hope this got you guys fired up to go take action, to go to work your butt off, make mistakes. You don't have to have all of the steps to get started. But if you're looking to learn more about what we do and how we help people, I have a free webinar that explains in a better detail what we do and how we help others. You can go to dfdmastery.com and sign up for that free webinar, and hopefully this helps you guys. Happy Thanksgiving to each of you.